bonjour. Mishko Paganan, Quain Adishna Kasmangdodam. Hi, everybody. And Sandi Boucher here once again, and we are on step 10 of the 52 steps to reconciliation. Once again, I just have to take a second to say kudos to you. I'm really hoping I'm not talking to myself, but based on the emails I always receive, I'm going to assume I'm not. So thank you so much for coming out once again and taking the time to watch this video. It is that interest, that enthusiasm that you're showing, your commitment to change, that is going to result in a much better future for all of us. So as an Indigenous woman in this country, Chimigwech, that's a huge thank you from me to you. Now, for the last couple of years, one of the things I've noticed with my career is I often find myself in the situation where I'm stopping non-Indigenous people from being their own worst enemy. Often a company will reach out to me and they send me their print advertisement or the wording of one of their, their Indigenous engagement policy, whatever the case may be, and they want me to review it to make sure they didn't say anything they shouldn't. So far, 99.9% of the time, there's something in there, some phrase that they really shouldn't use. And that goes back to our discussion on cultural lens. From their perspective, they didn't think they were saying anything negative, but they were smart enough to reach out to someone with a different cultural lens to get that perspective. Which reminds me, there is a phrase I really need you to write down, to put on billboards, to put on a poster over your workspace, put it on a t-shirt, put this wherever you need so you never forget it. And by the way, it doesn't just apply to Indigenous people. It applies anytime that you're trying to work with a group that you don't belong to. And here's the word, here's the quote. Nothing for us or about us without us. One more time, nothing for us or about us without us. I see non-Indigenous people putting so much pressure on themselves all of the time. They think, well, I need to know how to treat Indigenous people. No, you don't. We are literally right there. Ask us. If you're working with senior citizens, and you want to know what program, what activities would work for them, ask them. If you're working with youth, with teenagers, or even younger, and you don't happen to be in that age group anymore, ask them. Take the pressure off yourself and build a relationship instead. If you do that, it's going to stop you from using terms like, are you ready for this? And please, if you've ever used this, take it out of your vocabulary right now. The phrase is, our Indigenous people. I have yet to meet an Indigenous person that doesn't upset. And the problem is the word our. It shows ownership. It shows that paternalistic attitude. I'm the parent looking after these people, and it's just insulting, considering our First Nations existed even before Canada was a crazy idea. You notice when I refer to Indigenous people that live within Canadian borders, that's how I phrase it. Because we don't belong to Canada. We belong to our nations. Now, if you're not sure on that one, send me an email and I'm happy to have a longer discussion with you. And if there's any other term or phrase out there that you're not sure of, please reach out. That is exactly why I'm here. Until next week, take care of you. Bye-bye.